Hello, Luna. Thanks for bringing my husband's change of clothes yesterday. No, it's not a problem. I'm glad father-in-law looks good. I was surprised when I heard you were hospitalized with a broken bone. I'm sorry to worry you. I think Mike should bring his clothes since it's my son, but he says he can't since he's busy. And Tony has also been busy since he got into a company. I don't really have a license, so I can't go there often. I'm sorry to use Mike's fiancée like this. I'm sure you're busy too, Luna. I know it's a hassle going from my house to the hospital to Mike's house. And you also wash the laundry. No problem. We're going to be family anyways, it's not a big deal. I wasn't sure if you wanted the laundry done, but nobody was home, so I did it at home. No, it's fine, thank you. But the thing is, you folded the laundry a little bit weirdly. If you do it that way, there's going to be a crease. Oh really? I'm sorry. That's how we did it at my house. I'll show you how to fold the laundry next time. Come here when I'm here. You're gonna be here for the next few months anyways. I'll teach you things. Thank you. I'll go when I'm not busy. Hey Luna, are you still in the hospital? No, I'm not. I'm back at work. I still have to get some work done. Oh really? That's a problem. I also wanted to do the shopping. Shopping? Yes, can you do it? I just checked the fridge, and we don't have the car right now. I can't go grocery shopping. Why don't you have a grocery store near the house? About 5 minutes on foot. That supermarket's a little expensive. If I buy from there, I will be broke. You have to save money. I'm sorry. Anyways, please go shopping. Also, we need rice, milk, eggs, vegetables, and meat. Wait a minute. I can't do it today since I still have to work. Can you please go to the grocery store near your house to get the bare minimum? So you can get some stuff. And then I'll go on my days off. I can't go with heavy groceries. Then ask Mike or Tony to drive for you. Mike's working and Tony's busy studying. He's going to work at the Stanley Heavy Industries. He has to work from next year, so he's studying so hard. Don't get in his way. He can't even go out shopping for an hour. I saw him at the arcade the other day. I'm also busy working. What time is value is different since you're a woman and Tony's a man. Anyways, go shopping. Okay, I'll head over later. Luna, I'm sorry, but can you go grocery shopping and also make dinner today? Today as well? I made some other day. I made food for about a week. Well, the pre-made food, Tony doesn't like them, so we threw it away. What? You threw it away? He said it doesn't taste like the way he wants to do. I mean, it wasn't that great. Can you remake it again? What? It's crazy that you threw it away. Tony didn't like the dishes you made. That's why you make me make food. And you threw it away. What are you doing? Well, I did ask you, but it has a taste the way he wanted it to. Anyways, we threw it away. There are other ways to solve the problem. You could have reconnected or seasoned it differently. And used right away. Oh my. You're saying it's my fault. It's your fault for making a mistake. It's your fault for making something we can't eat. How can you say that? Are you feeling like that kind of food? It's insane. Okay, I'll remake it. How about the money from yesterday? You're going to charge us? You made it not edible food. How dare you? I've been going grocery shopping for a while. You still haven't paid me for that. It can't be helped since there's no car and I can't go to the bank. It's difficult right now because my husband's not here. Don't you have any compassion? But, are you saying he's making excuses? Don't make excuses. That's why women like you suck. I'm sorry. Anyways, it's fine. I'll head over at night. Haven't you cleaned yet? The room is so dusty. I did it this morning. I vacuumed. That's all you did? Didn't you wipe the floor? You're so sloppy. Do you do that at home as well? Mike is going to be sick like this. I'm busy in the mornings, and I went there only for 30 minutes. I can't do everything. I went there because you said your back's aching. But ask your son, please. I can't go every morning to clean. There's too much work. How can you say that? Don't you want to help with the house? Am I saying anything wrong? Anyways, work's starting. Excuse me. Hey Luna, what is it? I already bought my father-in-law clothes to the hospital. Or do you want me to shop or do the housework? I'm busy working, also can it be later? All you do is prioritize work. How can you? I guess I was right. What is? I've been watching you for a month. You're going to break off the engagement. You are not afraid to be our wife. What? I'm disappointed. We thought you were a proper girl, but you can't cook and you can't do the housework or clean. It's insane. And then all you talk about is work. How can you make excuses like that? And even if I ask you to go shopping, you always tell me to ask my sons. You try to make other people do your job. I'm trying to let you work. It's insane like this. I realized that it was our fault for allowing the engagement. What the fuck? I thought of re-educating you, but you keep running to work. So we're gonna have a different woman. You're old and not that pretty anyways. We don't know if we can see your grandchildren. The reasons for that? You said it was a family meeting. Did everyone agree to it? Even Mike? Yes. Mike always prioritized me. He said he won't marry you if I say no. I see. Anyways, the engagement's off. We don't need a woman like you. Mike needs a woman who is younger and more beautiful, and someone who will take care of us. Okay. If you say so, let's break off the engagement. I'm glad you understand that I'm not going to hire your son. I hope Tony has a good future. What? The job? The offer that Stanley Heavy Industries sent Tony. I'm going to decline it when we break our engagement. We're not going to be related, so I don't have to do any favors. What are you talking about? You can't do that. Are you mad at us? How can you do that? I can do it. I'm the CEO there. What? CEO? You are the CEO? Didn't you know about it? I told you when I went to see you in the first place. No, that's not possible. How can you be the CEO? Do you even know about the company? It's a whole group. It's a pretty big company. I know about it. I see it on TV all the time. Exactly. The top of the company is my grandfather. He's called Smith Stanley. What? Father-in-law knew about this. Can you about the company and my grandfather? He asked me to hire Tony. So I did that. What? Dad did that? I didn't know that. You thought Tony got in with his skills? He went to a shitty university and didn't job hunt at all or worked. How can you do that? How can you think he was able to get into a company? You must be joking. Father-in-law was worried about Tony, so he begged me to hire him. So I thought I would re-educate him. So I gave him a job offer. No way. How can that be? I did that because he was going to be my brother-in-law. But if you're not going to be engaged, it doesn't matter. No way. Wait a minute. I will accept your marriage. We're not going to break off engagement. Are you happy now? No, I'm not. I was busy as a CEO, and you made me do all the housework and cleaning and shopping. I did everything on my own, and you didn't even pay me for all the groceries. We weren't married yet, and I worked so hard, and you just insulted me, and tried to break off engagement. Why don't you think I would be mad? So I'm saying I'm going to forgive you. I will let you marry Mike. I don't need that. I don't want Mike anymore. He leaves everything about his father to me, and doesn't care about his mother stepping over the line, and he is going to break off the engagement. I don't need a man like him. What do you mean you're going to forgive me anyways? I'm the one that has forgiven you. You haven't even apologized to me. Well, I'm sorry for everything. All you can say is I'm sorry. You can't even apologize properly. Even elementary school can do that. Do you have to worry about your common sense? Shit, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for everything. Please forgive me. I'm very, very sorry. I'm not going to accept your apology anyways, but I will accept breaking off the engagement. I will talk to my parents and we're going to hire a lawyer. Let's make it official later. Also, I'm going to have to get the money back for everything. Wait a minute. We're not going to break off the engagement. I'm not going to do that anymore and I'll give you the money back. Please. No, I made up my mind. I'm glad it was before we got married. I was able to figure it out with Mike and you were actually like. Or I shouldn't call you my mother-in-law anymore. We're gonna be strangers. I'll call you Rebecca. Anyways, we shouldn't text each other anyways. Why would I want to text my ex-boyfriend's mother? I'm going to block you. What about it? Bye. Thank you. I'm telling you to wait. I told you to wait. After that, Rebecca was apologizing to me hysterically, but I was not at the company because I knew they were going to come. They came over to the company and waited for me, and they were begging me in front of everybody. But I ignored them and hired a lawyer and broke up the engagement. My father-in-law is mad at Rebecca too. They got divorced. Mike still wants to be with me, but he couldn't pay the rent for the place we used to live together. Tony tried to find a job, but he couldn't decide. The three of them were hated by the neighborhood for bullying me. Everyone laughs at them now. Is there a fall for trying to insult me? After that, I married a man whom my grandfather introduced me. He is so nice and work is going well. I'm so glad I am not related to that family anymore. I'm going to try my best from now on.
Are you there, Zoe? There's something that I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, hello, Mary. What is it this time? Well, today we finally got the results from Leah's entrance exams. Oh, so you got them back today, huh? Hey, what do you mean by that? This isn't some trivial little thing. It's a big deal. Why do you always need to act like this? It's irritating. No, I didn't mean anything like that. Honestly now, do you even understand the importance of these results? Do you even know what school my Leah was applying to? It's Central High School. Central! That's one of the hardest private schools to get into in the whole city. It's practically famous. Yes, I know. I am well aware. I'm pretty sure you were the one going on and on about it at the Mothers Club, weren't you? I'm pretty sure every mom in the country knows about it by now. Oh, is that right? I suppose I was a little excited about my Leah going to such a prestigious school. She was so excited when I told her about the school, so I was elated to hear she wanted to try to get in. I don't think it's strange to want to boast about it a little, isn't it? Anyone would want to tell people about their family's achievements, right? I mean, yes, I can understand that. But wasn't it a bit risky to go telling everyone about Leah just taking the exam? If she had failed, it would have been terribly embarrassing for you. Not to mention for Leah if she heard her mother was talking her up so much. Zoe, what are you talking about? Are you saying you were thinking that my precious Leah was going to fail? How rude can you be? Hold on. Don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say anything of the sort. Well, since you've been talking so happily about getting the results, I'm guessing she passed, right? Please make sure to tell Leah congratulations for me. Huh? Excuse me? Don't you think you should be telling me that first? Well, you honestly are just incapable of praise, aren't you? What do you mean? Leah is the one who had to study hard and take the exam, isn't she? I'm praising her for her effort, just like anyone would. Oh, this is why it's such a waste to talk to people who don't understand what really goes into something like this. Okay, listen up. When a child has to take some difficult exams, the child isn't the only one trying hard. Do you realize that? A parent like me also has to do her best for the child to succeed. I did everything I could for my dear Leah to pass. Everything you could? What sort of work do you have to do? All sorts of things. I have to find good after-school classes for her to attend. I have to pay all the money for her to attend those classes. And Central High School is a private school, so there's plenty of money I need to pay for her to even attend at all. Remember? So, mostly things revolving around money, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, but you're a housewife, right? All that money you're talking about is money your husband earned, correct? Oh, shut your trap. Stop bringing up unrelated things. There's no need for me to work. My husband makes so much money that we already have all that we need. I don't need to get a job myself. That doesn't mean I don't do any work at all, mind you. It's thanks to how I am so careful in managing our money that we can even afford to have Leah attending such a school. Well, I have always wanted to freely use our money on our children, so my planning with such a goal in mind is what lets us do such things. We're not the same as stingy people on the poverty line like you. When you think about a child's future, isn't it obvious that a parent should be pulling out all the stops? That's just what I do. Oh, so I'm a stingy poor person, am I? That is quite the insult to just offhandedly throw at someone. Oh, insulting you was not my intention, believe me. I just felt that since you don't have the money to do very much for your children, I thought that you were simply in quite a pitiable position. Especially considering how something as serious as high school entrance exams are a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Ah, so that's what you meant, hmm? But if a child doesn't have the all-important academic ability, then I suppose there isn't much that can be done about it, is there? I suppose the possibility of all of that hard-earned money going to waste would become more likely in that case. Setting aside the issue of you bad-mouthing me, don't you think you're going a little too far in implying such terrible things about my own daughter? Isabel hasn't done a thing to you, so I would greatly appreciate it if you left her out of this. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. I am not implying a thing about Isabel. You really need to work on that paranoid tendency of yours. Even if Isabel studies her hardest, she won't be able to pass such a hard exam, so it'd be a waste of money to pay for supplemental classes. That's the sort of thing you are trying to imply. Am I wrong? I'm speaking purely in hypotheticals. It was just an example. You really need to stop taking things so seriously all the time. Not everything is a slight on you or your family. Maybe your sensitivity has to do with you being so self-conscious about being poor. I can't imagine any other reason why you would be so quick to assume the worst about whatever anyone says. With all due respect, my family's income is perfectly fine. We are not below average, nor are we anywhere close to the poverty line. We simply earn an average income, that is all. There is no need for you to worry about how much we make so much. By the way, something came to mind while we have been talking. Would you mind if I asked you something? Oh, what is it? It's about Leah. How is she feeling about the exam? By that, I mean, how was she feeling before taking it? How did she react when the results came in? What do you mean by that? Why do you think I should have to tell you anything like that? Oh, nothing serious. I was just curious. Such an exam is a big deal after all. I imagine she would have been quite nervous, what with how much impact her results could have. I imagine you told her as much. Oh, that's what you mean. I see. Well, before the test, Leah was always studying hard at home. I can't comment on how she was at her after-school classes, but she always attended them. She was always doing exactly what I said at home and focused on her studies above all else. Oh, is that right? Well, how did she react when she heard about the results? Well, she certainly looked happy to me, but I suppose she also looked pretty relieved, too. She knew how difficult and impactful that exam was, after all. Amazingly did her very best with her studying, but she was anxious all the way until she learned that she passed the test. That's just how she is. Ah, so that's how she was feeling, huh? I can understand why she would be so nervous. I understand now. What? Is there something you want to say about her? Are you going to complain about her now? Well, I don't know if I'd really call what I'm thinking of a complaint, per se. But... do you mind if I ask you 2 more things? What is going on with you? I don't understand what you're getting at. Fine. What do you want to ask now? Do you tend to talk with Leah very much? Huh? What sort of question is that? That seems rather out of nowhere. I mean, it was just something I wanted to ask about. Look, I'm only going to tell you the bare minimum, but is there some sort of issue you wanted to ask about? Nothing but the bare minimum, huh? Okay, then here's the last thing. Why did you even bother to contact me in the first place? What? To tell you about Leah passing the exam. Isn't that obvious? I mean, I did tell everyone at the Mothers Club about how she was going to be taking it, didn't I? So I felt like people might want to know how she did. Leah and Isabel are good friends, aren't they? Well, since they're such good friends, I thought that I should contact her friend's mother first, so I went with you. Oh? Well, I think it might have been better if you hadn't decided to message me directly. I can't say I was waiting with bated breath for your report or anything, let alone a conversation that went like this one did. It's precisely because Isabel and Leah are such good friends, too. If Leah passed, I'm sure she'd tell Isabel right away, and Isabel would tell me shortly afterwards. Well, you really are a cold person, you know that? Do you really not understand the importance of having a good relationship with your neighbors? If you do, you really aren't showing it very well. Oh, I'm sorry that's what you think of me. I am quite good friends with everyone around here, so there's no need for you to worry. Well, it's not like that's something to be concerned about at the moment anyway. You just told me that you wanted to tell me about Leah passing her exam, right? That doesn't sound quite right to me. The truth is that you just wanted to brag to me, didn't you? My daughter got into a really prestigious high school. Isn't that amazing? She is just so much smarter than your daughter. You were trying to assert dominance or some silly thing like that, right? Oh my. And there you go, throwing out a wild accusation again. It really doesn't reflect well upon your character, you know. Ah, right, of course. Right you are. By the way, there's something else I think you should know. Oh? What is it now? Well, the thing is, Isabel also applied to Central High School, and she took the exam too. Huh? Excuse me? I hadn't heard anything about that. Well, that's probably because I didn't feel the need to tell you about it. But I must admit, I am a little surprised. I thought you would have heard about it from Leah. No way. That can't be true. That's utterly impossible. Impossible? What are you talking about? Who are you to decide who can and can't take an exam? You're in no place to judge the academic ability of another's child. Are you trying to play me for a fool? No, I am not doing anything of the sort. What makes you think I am? Since you don't seem to understand what's going on, how about I just explain everything to you? What makes you think I care? I couldn't care less about whatever ridiculous things you're doing. But still, what are you talking about? How can this be? Why is Isabel trying to apply for Central? That's nothing like what you told everyone at the Mothers Club. You told everyone that you were planning for her to go to a public school. Yes, I did say that. That was the original plan, anyway. That said, We had talked about that before she graduated from her final year of elementary school, right? Well, was that how it was? I can't say I remember particularly well. We decided to change plans sometime after she graduated. Her homeroom teacher told us that she had the potential to do more than just go to the same school everyone else was planning to go to. After hearing that, Isabel talked with Leah about the situation. Oh, she talked to Leah? What situation were they talking about? Well, according to Isabel, Leah said something like this. My mom told me, going to that public school is beneath you. You have to apply for Central High School. A private school like that is much better. When I told her that I wanted to go to the same school that everyone else was, she got so angry at me. She just yelled at me for hours. Mom's making me study all day so I can pass the test to get into that school, so I don't think I'll be able to play with you much anymore. If we end up going to different high schools, we might not get to see each other anymore. What do? I don't want to go to a different school. After saying that, Leah apparently broke down in tears. Oh, that child. She really just went and said selfish things like that. Selfish? Is that really the word you'd use to describe what she said? Selfish? Well, maybe we should talk about that some other time. Anyway, after hearing that from Leah, Isabel told me she wanted to go to Central too. What? So you're saying she wanted to go to Central because her friend was going? Well, I can't believe she chose to try for a private school for such a thoughtless reason. If she really managed to get into that school with such foolhardy reasons for trying. That just makes others like Leah who actually put lots of time and effort into thinking about their future look bad. Oh, wow. So that's what you think of Isabel doing her best for her friend? So that's the kind of person you are. For your information, Isabel has enjoyed studying for quite a long time already, and she had the confidence to take that exam head-on. She's the kind of girl who's happy to take on a challenge like that, so she had more than enough motivation and ability. She did everything she could to study all the way until the day of the exam. Oh, is that right? The two of them did everything they could, backed by their dream of going to the same school together. And it's thanks to their efforts, both to study and to support each other, that they managed to pass the entrance exam. When we got the results, Isabel called Leah right away to give her the news. You didn't even realize that was going on, did you? I mean, well... But, hold on. What are you going to do about tuition? Central is an expensive school. Are you telling me your household makes enough to pay for a private school? I'm shocked you'd ask such a question so blatantly. You really are a rude person, you know that? Well, whatever. I can still give you an answer. Even at elementary school, Isabel has been an honor student. She did so well on the exam that she got a scholarship. Thanks to that, the application fee and tuition are entirely covered. Isabel has told me that she is going to do everything she can to maintain that scholarship through to graduation. As long as she keeps her grades up, we won't have to worry about paying tuition. My husband and I will do our best to support her in her endeavor. What? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you mean. Are you trying to make fun of Leah? Are you saying Isabel's better because Leah only passed the test without earning anything? Only passed the test? What in the world are you talking about? What could you possibly hope for beyond that? It's Central High School. She got into Central. You know very well how hard it is to get into that school. Aren't you happy Leah got in at all? How dare you take such a tone with me? You are truly irritating. Are you trying to tell me that your daughter is smarter than my daughter or something? Is that what you're trying to tell me? If I can get Leah to study even harder, it will be a piece of cake for her to earn such a scholarship too. Oh, is that so? Well, you only get placed into the scholarship program based on the entrance exam results. There isn't a single thing you can do about it now. I would suggest focusing on getting ready for when school starts. If you just obsess over the entrance exam results, you're not going to be able to properly think about the future. Honestly, I'm worried that you're going to say something terrible to Leah about the scholarship program. And here you go again, saying things like that. Oh? Am I mistaken? I'm so sorry. That said, you can't deny that you've been completely disregarding what Leah wants, can you? She said that she wanted to go to the public school, didn't she? Sure, it might be prestigious, but Central is so far away that she could never hope to see her friends. And the one who forced her to try to get in was you, wasn't it? You had no idea Leah was crying over how powerless she felt. You had no idea how much she was hurting, right? I feel so bad for Leah, having to be abused so much by her mother like this. Perhaps you should start taking into account Leah's own opinion a bit more from now on. What nonsense are you talking about now? I am the one who gets to choose what school she attends, not you. Don't go trying to give me orders as to how I should raise my child. So that's what you believe, is it? I have one word to describe how you have been treating Leah then. Selfish. You are the selfish one here, not her. You may have talked big about how a parent should pull out all the stops for her child, but does a good parent really ignore her child while doing so? Sure, you pulled out all the stops, in selfishly forcing your child to go exactly where you wanted to go. I don't know if you actually listened to a word she said or not, but wouldn't it be a good parent's responsibility to understand what their child wants? Be quiet already. I think you have said quite enough. I have quietly listened as you just try to tell me how to live my life. Oh? Is that what you think I'm doing? Maybe you should think about how Leah feels when you're telling her where she has to go to school. How dare you? Do you think you're anywhere near as good a parent as I am? Oh, I'm nowhere near your level of parenting. I wouldn't stoop that low. After all, who's the one who decided to contact me to brag about their daughter's achievement? What happened to that attitude you started with? Anyway, I'm going to go congratulate my daughter for what she did. Maybe she'd like Leah to come so they can celebrate together? Anyway, I must be going now. Hold it right there. How dare you say such things and leave without giving me a chance to respond? Answer me! I haven't seen Mary since the day school started for Isabel. From what I heard, she got into a fight with her husband over Leah's education, and they ended up getting a divorce. Afterwards, Leah's father ended up with full custody over her. She should be able to live much more comfortably without her domineering mother around, so I'm happy things turned out that way. Isabel and Leah continue to be good friends as they attend Central together. As they continue to study, play, and grow together, I hope from the bottom of my heart that they can continue bringing out the best in each other and be all they can be.